This is the game Abbaye de Morts, and it's a free game. Actually, I should post the link. There. Oh, okay. Check out that cool title screen. So this is like a ZX Spectrum. Oh, it says freeware on the title screen. It's from 2010. And here's the instructions. So you are Jean Raymond. There's message, extra life. Use it as checkpoint, collect crosses, avoid enemies and traps. Mysterious chalice and bells. There's a portal. Use mechanisms to open doors. I guess that's the wheel. The question mark there. So that's the instructions. Hi there, Benez256. It's going well. Just getting started here with L'Abbaye de Morts. So this is a free game. Let me post the link by Locomalito and Greiser87. And I always thought it was really neat. But anyhow, I played the NES. An NES port of it just came out. And I bought a card of that, and I played through that a couple days ago. And I thought I should revisit the original, since I never actually beat the original, even though I really liked the game. I never actually finished it. Yeah, it's not a real, it's not a real ZX Spectrum game, but it has been ported to ZX Spectrum. So if you wanted to play it on that, you actually can now. It's had ports to a bunch of systems. I think there's an Amiga port. And I just played an NES one a couple days ago. So there's a lot of options. So it has become a real ZX game after the fact. But yeah, originally it was just this freeware ZX style game. But here we go. Jean Raymond is a Cathar. He's being pursued by the Crusaders in Languedoc, France. And so I gotta run away. Oh, there's also an MSX version, and apparently like there's not enough enemies there, so you can just jump over them. So the speed run for that one, you just jump over the enemy and escape. So here we go, we're inside. They're trying to break down the door. Okay, so that cross isn't something to pick up. 12 brothers hid and died here. Something I was wondering about this port versus the... Oh, I just saw something weird happen on the edge of the table. Oh well. The NES port versus the other port, or the original. When I touched that message, the room didn't reset, but in the NES port, the room was resetting. The music was a little different in the NES version, and the graphics had 3 colors instead of 1 color. Okay, extra life. I ring the bell. That has a use. Here's the prayer of hope. Reminds you of the woods from Mega Man 2. Oh, look at that jump. I like the way he kind of hovers at the top. Like, he doesn't do that if you're just jumping up, but if you jump up, it's like it pushes you out, and then you jump up more and it pushes you out again. It's kind of, it feels neat though. Alright, here's our wine supplies. So I think I can just ignore that spider. Yep. Okay. 12 crosses against the evil. There's 2 rats here. There's a lot of unique enemies. Like, those rats only appear in that one room. These bats only appear in this one room. So that bell opened this hole in the floor. I can't go through this gate yet. Here we are in the Catacombs. Got these knife skeletons. Alright, Plagued Ruins. Maybe we'll go down here. 4 brothers changed their faith. That's good to note, because we gotta do a thing. I'll show it later, but... There's a checkpoint. Extra life. So we're out to collect 12 crosses. So 4 of them are going to be different. And I'll show that when it comes up. Here's the Cave of Illusions. I guess I'll run down here to hit the checkpoint first. Okay, this ghost doesn't go through walls in this version. It did in the NES version, so I can duck and go diagonal here. I am crawling through the cage of the beast, or flying through the cage of the beast. I forget what the hint says, but there's a hint somewhere that tells you to do this. A little bit cryptically. Was it VVVVVV that started the whole thing of naming each room? I don't think so. Well, this game predates VVVVV, I believe, but that goes back to, there's like games, there's ZX Spectrum's games that did it. The first game I remember doing that was a game called, or a Batman the Caped Crusader for Atari ST. Okay, so this Cave of Illusions, the other illusion is falling through the floor here. And there's actually a hint about that right over here. Jet Set Willie did it. Jump to death and prove your faith. So that's the other illusion for the Cave of Illusions. The second hint. So you can actually crawl under this wall. So this is just under the Catacombs area. But I'll come back here later. I'm just grabbing the life for now. I'm gonna run away from these skeletons. So let's go back up here. So this room is a lot easier than on the NES version because this enemy is held back by the floor. Ooh, I almost lost it there. Oh, okay. First death. I was wondering when that was going to happen. Uh-oh. I could just go left here, but I want to go through the room with the dragon. But, yeah, because I played the NES version a couple days ago. I wanted to go back and play this again just to compare, because I didn't have a direct comparison to see how close they were. Okay, there's a switch. So like this funny jump against the ceiling, that does not happen on the NES version. However, it does feel like it plays very much the same. I haven't felt that anything I learned beating the NES version does not apply. Gloomy tunnels. Okay. So this was just the Lake of Despair over there. So we could have gone into this room this way. Alright. So here's that weird portal. Okay, so I thought this was... I had remembered this as being like a door, but I guess it's door shaped, but it's more of like, it's elliptical, like on the NES version, but here it's this kind of animated vortex thing. Okay, underground river. So there's no transition, except there's a little hop. I like the little hop. Alright, let's take an extra life. And I'll go grab this cross. So we're up to 6 crosses. I'll just hit this checkpoint. Can't get in there yet. That's going to be a tricky place. There's a banquet in there. Alright. And here's the spitting plants. This looks like how I remember it, I think. An invisible path over a wood bridge. So that's a clue. There's a room beneath the dragon that we didn't get down to yet, but it will apply there. Okay. And here we come out back in the Catacombs. So that's where the portal took us. It sort of teleported us across the map. So we've almost found 8 crosses. The 8th one is actually down here. So this is the Wheel of Faith. Not going to touch the wheel just yet. There's the last cross. And see how there's a plus, or a, I don't know, I guess more sword-shaped cross over there. Ooh. Woo. I always felt these were the toughest enemies. So I can't touch this. But I can turn the wheel. And now it looks like a regular cross. Alright. So now I've changed the remaining crosses into, like, I've switched. I guess we didn't get to see it because I didn't touch the wheel, but the old kind of cross changed to the sword shape, and the sword shape ones changed to the plus shape, I guess. So they swap. We have changed the face. So that one up there would have been a plus, or a sword, I mean, and now it's a I don't know if I want to call that a plus, but I don't know what else to call that. It's like a German cross, would you call it? I don't know. What kind of cross is that? Inverted cross. So here's the weird tree. The faces of the hanging monks is kind of weird. So I guess these are the 4 monks that changed their faith and they were hanged for their heresy. Alright, so we got that cross from that spooky room. And now we want to go, I think hitting that switch has unlocked the door down here. Yep, there it is. Oh! Okay, second death, I think. I haven't really been counting. I'm not aiming for... Oh, okay. I gotta remember that's there. But I just noticed that in this version, the doors open when they're unlocked, which the NES version does not do, and I feel like it should, now that I see that this did it. I'm kind of disappointed that it didn't. So that's maybe one thing that was a little bit deficient about that. But it was in general a very good port, I would say. Okay, that's chasing me out there. So this room is tricky, especially because when these things land, I do not know which direction they're going to go. It seems like they go randomly left or right. And once I get up here... Oh, okay. First try. Oh no! Not today! The banquet was foiled. Alright. surprised I got through that in one try. Alright. So, the final room down here that I hadn't gone down to. There's a switch over there, but it's not clear how to get to it. So there was a hint that said something about an invisible bridge over a wooden... An invisible bridge over a wooden plank or something, and that's like the wood down there. So if I just jump here, I end up on the invisible bridge. And now the door opens! Okay, so that's something I'm now disappointed in with the NES version. I didn't realize that was changed. Okay, so this room is tricky. Alright, I think I can duck. Can I duck in front of the skeleton? Yes. So it doesn't look like it from the shape of your character, but you can. I like the look of the demons in this one. Glide through the beast cage. That's the hint about how to get the one behind the dragon. Hi there, Elena Nanas. This game is from 2010. But it's obviously ZX Spectrum inspired. Very strongly. So I like how down here in the basement of the church we have the alternate cross. You know what? A lot of games from the 80s actually did have pretty smooth movement, but many didn't. Maybe the majority didn't. Oh, I should have gone earlier when they were more in sync. Oh! That's okay. Oh! That was a needless one there. Okay. So I don't need to recollect that. You get to keep them. Alright. There we go. Ashes to ashes. This room is shaped a little bit differently than the NES version. That's interesting. Oh, and the red bats, I was wrong. The red bats do come back. Were these the red bats in the NES version, or were they the flying bird thingies? I don't know. Wait, were there... I think there was only... Did I already collect a 1-up in this room? Because I think there was only one... Oh, no! Only one in this room in the NES version. That's interesting. So there are some differences, but they're pretty minor, I guess. Alright. Here it is, it's Satan. So I gotta stand on these crosses. Alright. Only one try. Okay, well that was a pretty clean run. Hey, wait, can I leave? That's really interesting, you can leave the room. Okay, in the NES one it locked the room at that point, but... Your doom will come not by my hand, but by human hands. Or at least I think it locked the room at that point. Oh, here they come. I can't move now. Heresy, the Cathar is hidden on the throne of Satan, burn him! And there we go. That's the end of Jean Raymond. It just like combusts instantly. Your body has burned in the flames, but your soul has found a place in heaven. And that's the game. So when I played before, like a week or two ago, I was wondering if there was like a secret ending, if like you turn your faith back to the first faith before you go down there, because I noticed, yeah, like you want to call it the inverted cross, that was all over the Satan area. So I wondered if there was a different ending if you like changed your faith back or did stuff, but on I did a run that way and it didn't work. Nothing new happened, and I did some more investigating, and there doesn't seem to be anything else in the game. So I thought it would be cool if it had a secret ending, but I guess it didn't. Anyhow, that's L'Abbaye des Morts. That's a game I've admired for over a decade now, I guess. It was one of the things I'd seen that I always wanted to make my own games, but it's like one of those indie things that came out made by one person, or, well, two people, and made me want to pursue that more. Cave Story was another one like that, but yeah, I always thought this one was cool. So now, I don't know, am I done for the evening? Didn't have any plans to do anything else. I didn't think I would get it on the first run. But I guess I had practice from the NES version. That shows you how good the NES version is, I'd say. Like, if you can beat one, you can beat the other. Like, they play very much the same. The difference are very insignificant.